Boxing, King Media in association with boxer Dalton Smith, the British champion. Big fight announced yesterday, I think it was. You're fighting back on Sky Sports?
Yeah, back on Sky Sports, 12th of November. It's been a long time since it's been on Sky Sports, but they won the purse bids, and that's where it's going down.
So boxing fans love this sort of stuff when a fighter fights on an opposition's promotional channel because of purse bids. So when did you first know about the situation, the fact that obviously Sky won the purse bid?
We've known a couple of weeks now, maybe 2 weeks, week and a half. So obviously we was up to date on the purse bids and stuff, and to be honest, we didn't really know who was going to win the purse bids. We knew they was both going to bid high, but obviously Sky put that higher bidding.
And how does it work just for fans who don't know, like in that moment, I'm guessing that Eddie would potentially give you another option, or was he happy for you to fight on Sky?
Yeah, he said, they put the biggest purse bid in, and, I don't think it really makes a difference to Eddie, with the purse bids and that, because it's me, I'm still, I get, a bigger cut for the wages and stuff, so, it's win-win for me. I go in there, I earn my money and I fight. At the end of the day, it's what pays the bills, and that's what boxing is. It's a business.
Who has the final say in that? Because obviously you're promoted by Matchroom.
It'd be my team who have the final say. But like I say, it doesn't make no difference to me. It's a boxing ring. As long as I'm getting paid what I want to get paid, and that's all that matters. So it's me and my team. We said it doesn't make a difference to us. We'll fight wherever.
Good stuff, man. And then what does before we go speak about your future, we'll talk about your challenger Casey Benjamin. Have you seen him fight before?
I've only seen little clips actually. He's a decent fighter. He's got the position he's in now. Through his skills. So, every fight I take now in my career, there's no easy fights. I've got to be 100% in every fight I go into, and that's what I'll be doing in the next 6 weeks.
Casey, I've been to quite a lot of his fights on the small hall circuit as well. His power's come on quite a bit. I think he's stopped 4 of his last 5 opponents. But then again, you're a big puncher yourself. He stopped 10 of your 12. Yeah. This fight ain't going the distance, is it?
No, I don't think it's going the distance. Both good fighters. I boxed at a lot higher level, even though he's had a lot more fights. But Casey's not boxed anyone, and I've said it before that the amount I've watched of him and the opposition he's been in. There's never in a million years I, get exposed, how he has with those opponents. So, we've seen little flaws in his style, what we've been working on, and, but at the end of the day, styles make fights. It's completely different when you're in there. But, I've just seen a lot of weaknesses in his style, what, people who aren't on my level have done. So, we'll see.
And just talking about your power there, and if you look, a lot of your opponents, you've kind of stopped them in the middle rounds. You get different types of power. You get people who blow people out in a couple of rounds, but you tend to just grind people down. Have you always been that type of fighter? Yeah,
I could easily go in there first couple of rounds, all guns blazing, throwing power shots, but that's where you leave yourself open. You see the way I approach a fight, I'll find a guy's rhythm. I'll see what their tactics are to approach the fight, and after a couple of rounds, if you look at my fights, first couple of rounds, not much is happening. I'll get caught a few times, but you see how the rounds go on. I can adapt every single round, my opponents can't, so that's where you see me breaking away. It gets to the point where, I give them too much to think of, and they run out of ideas, and that's the way I break my opponents down, and once I see a finish, I'll take it.
Definitely. Would I be right in saying, do you class yourself as one of the top 3, top 4 best? I don't even call you a prospect anymore, because you're not. Fighters coming out the UK.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm in the sport from. That's why I've done it from a young kid, because I've always believed I'm one of the best talents out there. And I've proved it in the amateurs, and I'm proving it in the professionals now. And the sky's the limit for me. My goals and my ambitions are to reach the top. And all this is just the journey, and people are taking note.
And obviously, when a rival promotional outfit wins a purse bid, it normally means the champion's getting paid a lot of money. So what you treated yourself to?
I don't know. I've got to get the fight out of the way first. But Christmas is coming up. I'm sure I'll treat myself. But one main focus for me, and that's being 100% in 6 weeks.
I'm looking through your social media posts, and if my calculations are right, I think you said quite a while ago you signed a 5-fight deal with Eddie. If my maths is right, I think this is possibly your last one. Is that right?
Yeah, I've got one fight left with Eddie in Matchroom. You know, that's include this fight with Casey. So, you know, I'm in a good position. You know, I've been with Eddie for, you know, my whole professional career. He's done everything I've asked for. You know, he's guided me well, but you know, I'm in a position now where, you know, I can negotiate a little bit. You know, I've done my apprenticeship. You know, and you know, I've got one fight, and you know, the door's open now. You can negotiate, but you know, for me being Matchroom, you know, hopefully I'm staying with Eddie. You know, I've always said from the start I want to start my career with a promotional team, and you know, it's hard to find loyalty in boxing, especially as a professional business. So, you know, it'd be nice to start my career with Eddie and Matchroom and finish it. But at the end of the day, it's a business. I don't know what my future holds. I've got to earn as much money as I can. So, you know, it's about me picking my options. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see after this fight. But, you know, I've still got a fight left with Matchroom, and you know, that's my main goal. I've got one focus, and that's get the win in the next fight.
Definitely, it's probably worth mentioning. You know, under Eddie, you've had 12 fights in 3 years. You're a British champion. I think you fought in Italy as well. I think you've been quite well looked after there.
Yeah, you know, we've been very active, and that's what I've said. You know, once I'm active, that's where you see a fighter progress the most, and that's what's been happening. So, and you know, you look at my fights. I've took decent fights from early on in my career, and you know, and that's the way I continue. I want to finish my career where I've never avoided anyone. You know, and that's the way I've always been throughout my career. You know, it doesn't matter who I fight. You know, win, lose or draw. That's how boxing goes. But you know, I train hard. You know, I have big ambitions, full confidence in myself. So, you know, I believe I can beat, you know, the best in the world on my day.
And just to wrap up, and as you've said there, as long as you win against Casey Benjamin, you're in a lucrative position. Free agent, British champion still, and probably one of the best fighters coming out of the UK. The world's your oyster, isn't it?
That's it. Sky's the limit. I've just got to stay grounded, working hard, and
is there a hit in there? Sky's the limit.
The sky, well, you never know, but you know, the sky is the limit. You can achieve anything you want. You just got to work hard and you know, keep your feet on the ground.
Yeah. Well, Dalton, you're in a good position. You've obviously worked hard for it, so good on you, and all the best fight night.
Appreciate it as always. Thank you.